See, we're going to start off today by giving our rant of the week, and it's actually my rant this week, and it's on this whole Adrian Peterson mess. Now, that ambushed him and pushed him onto the NFL commissioners list, which ended up paying him for the entire season, so I'm not exactly sure how that was an ambush for the Vikings.
They had a great game against Wayne State, played really well against their zone, so I would anticipate them coming out playing well at home and getting to the next round.
Playoffs. St. Mary's men draw the number 2 seed in the MIAC playoffs, so they get a first-round bye. What do we know about the St. Mary's men?
Well, they have a chance to win this whole thing. Considering the MIAC, going into last weekend, one of 7 different teams could have made the playoffs, and St. Mary's could have been first or out, depending on how they did, and they ended up getting the 2nd seed and avoiding that quarterfinal round, and were able to, they're drawing Concordia this week, and so they've been playing pretty well. They've been playing pretty well offensively, averaging over 4 goals a game the last few weeks. So, and I talked to Bill Moore, as I said before, that if they can keep scoring like that, they're always going to have a chance to win.
Let's move on to baseball, and this is one that Ty Schwartzlow wanted us to talk about. Brewers catcher Jonathan Lucroy is hurt, so the question becomes, do you move him from the catcher position?
No. It's just like we were talking about yesterday. There's only a handful of elite catchers in the majors, and Jonathan Lucroy is one of them. If the Brewers had made the playoffs last year, he would have been the National League MVP. Now, you can do the Buster Posey thing, split some time between first and catcher. The Brewers have already been doing that with him, but they went out and picked up Lind. So unless you're facing a left-hander, that's probably not going to work very often. But I think the bigger conundrum is, if Lucroy goes to first base, now who catches? I think that leaves a bigger hole for you in terms of handling the pitching staff, blocking pitches, throwing out runners, all those things. It's not easy to have an all-star caliber catcher. Only a handful of teams do them. Every year you look at the all-star game, it's the same guys behind a plate all the time.
Who's the Brewers' backup? Is it Maldonado?
It may as well be Ted Simmons.
Sucker Punch Maldonado.
The game before, and little did you know that the game before, those 2 teams played in the regular season, in the last game of the year, and Houston won 27-3, and Kelly got hurt. And so then Frank Reich had to lead them. And actually, Thurman Thomas got hurt when it was 35-3. So they had their backup running back and backup quarterback.
Cornelius Bennett didn't play that game. Just keep
going.
All right.
Well, I was going to take a game I've seen in person. I couldn't take any playoff games from the Twins because I saw Rick Reed pitch both of them and they got blitzed. Oh, no. But it'd be the Timberwolves, Game 7, 2004 Western semifinals against the Kings. I was there. Kevin Garnett's best, speaking of Kevin Garnett, his best game as Timberwolf. 32 points, 20 rebounds. He played awesome, and I'll never forget that kind of crowd. It was one of the loudest stadiums I've ever been in.
Wow.